A few days ago, Joe Biden's handlers, frustrated that the American people are not buying their propaganda on the economy, went on the attack, writing, quote, "Let me be clear to any corporation that hasn't brought their prices back down, even as inflation has come down, it's time to stop the price gouging. Give American consumers a break." Now, the tweet got almost as many comments as likes, noting the industry as a ratio, and basically means the world is laughing at you, which Joe Biden is used to. Of course, this isn't Joe Biden writing. After all, it's a coherent sentence with punctuation and capitalization. It's got everything. A surefire tell that this is his handlers talking. So digging in, inflation actually never went away. There are no prices to come down. It's not like prices went up 20% and then came back down. No, all we have today is a slower pace of additional inflation. That 20% odd inflation that's already occurred under Biden, those are official numbers, those are here forever. They are not transitory, they are permanent. And we know this because since 1955, we've had precisely 1 year of deflation, which was 2008, and that was gobbled right up with the following inflation. So if something cost $100 pre-pandemic, and now it's $120, given the current inflation rate, next year it'll be $125. Nothing is coming down, ever. Now, true, that is better than it used to be before the recession came into view and trimmed the inflation rate, but nothing's coming down. Those new prices are here to stay. In fact, they are compounding at the new rate at one of the worst inflation rates since the 1970s. That's right now. Beyond failing Econ 101, which one would hope somebody in the White House grasps, this matters because elite journalists and Paul Krugman keep expressing befuddlement how Americans are still so upset about inflation, even though it's not as fast as last year. In fact, Americans are more than upset. Inflation is currently the top issue for voters, about 39%, which scores 4 times higher than any other political issue. So what's next? Brought to you by Unchained. The problem here is beyond the economic illiteracy, Biden's handlers are going down a disturbing hole going after price gouging. That's a strategy that could make our current crisis much worse. To illustrate, take groceries. Grocery stores make precisely 2.2 cents on the dollar, so it costs them 98 cents to sell a dollar in groceries. Meanwhile, inflation is currently over 3%, meaning those 98 cents will cost 101 cents next year. So the only way they can, quote, bring their prices down, as Biden demands and may start requiring, is to literally run at a loss. They would wake up in the morning, work all day, and lose money until they go out of business. We've actually been here before on this kind of intervention. Nixon attacked price gouging in the 70s, leading to shortages and mile-long gas lines. FDR went there on steroids in the 30s, in the process turning a boring stock market crash into the longest crisis in American history. It is one thing for government to screw up. That's what we're used to. They do it all the time. But when they start with the price gouging talk, it is a sign that they are going from incompetence to predator. If it keeps up, we could be headed back not to the 1970s, but to the Depression. Okay, we'll be watching. See you next time.